it do, kinfolk? It's your boy, Young Lean Chief, back with another podcast, The Midwest Rift. Holla at your boy. I got a guest here. Go ahead and introduce yourself,
man. This controversy in the building. You know how it is. A.K.A. Devani Menendez. I'm just chilling, man. I obviously just glad to come back to chill with the homie, you know?
If you haven't checked out our first podcast, man, he was on our first podcast, man. So yeah. I gotta return him, you know?
For sure.
So, how you been, man? How's the brand?
It's been good, man. Things have been going well. Shout outs to the brand. I got the YMDR hats, y'all. You feel me? We got those music note hats for y'all. Yeah. I got them order people who to put the orders in. We got y'all straight. You feel me? Just waiting on the time. We got y'all.
If you're on this video right now, make sure you go to the description. We got the link for some of these hats, man. And I gotta get one, so I'm about to click this link in the description also. So, man, I've been seeing you on live on Facebook, man. What is this Chill Versus, man?
Yeah, man, Chill Versus obviously is just it's this little thing where I do Bible verses. You feel me? I obviously go over parts in the scripture in the Bible for people to go over. You know, obviously you would think because of the name Chill Versus, you feel me? You think I'm about to bust a verse.
Yeah,
it's a different type of bust a verse. You know, it's the verses in the Bible. We just going over type stuff.
Because it's really acknowledging what you learning.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's helping other people learn.
You know, it ain't one of them things where it's a typical, Christian thing, or I'm trying to, change how people, believe or understand. I'm just giving, some stuff that I understand, just like everybody else out there on the web, doing. So yeah, man, that's ultimately what it does, and it's been pretty good.
So when do you usually do this Chill Versus?
I usually do them kind of like sometimes it's in the evening or sometimes it's at night. Sometimes it's like in the daytime. Sometimes it'll be in the middle of the day. It kind of just depends on what day I'm having, doing something, or if I'm feeling like, God's inspiring me to kind of, go over the verse, and I go over it, and yeah, that's ultimately how it goes, man.
You run that through your Facebook? Well, yeah, your Facebook page, but is it your original account?
Yeah, it's through my original account. Yeah, it's through the Devani Menendez colleague page. It's through that one. Obviously, I would put it on like my controversy page or the Facebook. But because, I feel like that's just me kind of like, going over verses on the Bible, people can relate to that as being something that's a part of my page. As far as that.
Sure.
So
put a hashtag or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Really make it a thing, because I think that is actually a smart idea,
Yeah, for sure,
actually
man.
going over the Bible, because I actually tune in a few times just to hear the word,
Yeah, for sure, and definitely, and I appreciate that, man. I appreciate, because there has been some people who have done it too, and they've just been trying to hear, the word and what it talks about and stuff, so they get an idea. And that's ultimately what it's about, man. I ain't trying to obviously come in there with a religious tone. I know there's too many brothers with the religious tone, but I come in with the, the tone of, you don't have to listen to it, but if you want to, if you get an idea from it, hey, we good with you.
You was baptized, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When did you get baptized?
I got baptized in 2010, and that was at a different church. It was at Martindale Church of Christ, but then I think when my mom stopped going to that church, because she went to that church before I stopped going, and I relocated to a different church, which was Indy Metro. I got baptized at Indy Metro, and that was in around 2012-ish. But yeah, that church, ultimately, man, that was pretty dope, man. Obviously, I learned some really good things. They were people who weren't very judgmental. They were people who were pretty dope with down to earth, just with people. They'll meet you right where you're at. You can be a brother who smoke weed. They don't even, that ain't even the issue with them. They just love you where you at. And I think that's what defined my whole thing when I got baptized and just became a person of God.
So what's one of your favorite church songs?
Shoot, man, one of my favorite church songs. I got to give it to
Is it some Kirk Franklin?
No, ain't no Kirk Franklin now. They usually was some Kirk Franklin, but it's a song called Yahweh. There's a song that's called Yahweh. I don't know the person who is by, but if you look up a song called Yahweh in a worship song, you'll find the person. The new project I'm working on, obviously, I'm gonna be working on YMDR Rep. YMDR Rep is one that was kind of like in 2020 So it's kind of escalated in 2021. I'm gonna be working on that one, and then I might be also working on.
Is it music?
Yeah, music wise, music is gonna be. It's called YMDR Rep, and then the project after that, that's kind of like a free project. That's gonna be like Underground Fever, which I'm rapping over like industry beats type thing, you know.
Okay.
It's a little.
You making a mixtape?
It's a mixtape, yeah, boy. I put you on there. It's a little bit of a different vibe there, you know, and stuff like that. And then we got the project. We got the album. God and Life. You feel me? So yeah, man.
I like that title. Explain that a little bit more.
Yeah. God and Life is a project that basically, you know, it's not the typical Christian track that you be listening to, because what it's conveying is it's talking about perspectives that come from both God and come from both life, because that's one thing that I think Christian rappers don't do, is like they talk about only God, and so you can't get a perspective of like life from that. So that's why some people, you know, when they hear Christian rap, they're like, oh, well, I can't relate to this like that. And I'm like, so God and life is a way of saying, you know, now these things both exist. Let me talk about how they both exist, and you know, just give some people some pointers. You know, some things that can give some perspectives that are good. You know, help some people out on some things.
I think that's pretty dope though.
Yeah,
it's like Saha the Prince is like one of those people like that too. You know, give you a little bit of the word, but throw some little witty bars to show you about life. Like, you know, life is not sweet. You know?
For sure. Yeah,
for sure. Do you read books?
For sure. I read books.
Are you into books? Are you into creating a book?
Yeah, I create books, brother. I got this one that I'm working on. I made a cover for. Oh. It is called Preach to the Rap Revolution. It's a pretty dope book, man. You know, this by the title, you can probably get some ideas, you know?
So what you think about incorporating into this book?
Yeah, man, what's being incorporated into it is Preach to the Rap Revolution is a book about these two rappers. These two rappers make music that uplift people, and that kind of like is how their world is like designed, you know, to uplift people and empower people. But the thing that they start noticing is that their world literally starts to have things like disappearing. Everything's starting to melt away. There's all types of different stuff that's going on behind the scenes that they didn't know was there. And so they get to this moment where they're in the club. They was making a song that was uplifting people in the club. And this older guy like basically tells them, he said, look, man, I think I know what's wrong with your world, why it keeps doing all these different things. And he told them, and basically what he told to them is that your world is being destroyed because there's artists in another era who are making songs that's talking about money, sex, and drugs. And that's basically why your world is being destroyed. So they have to, what they feel like they have to do is they have to time travel into that world and talk to these people, the rappers who are making that music and trying to say, hey, man, you know, like your music is destroying our world, man, you know, like whether you know that or not. So like that's ultimately the body of the book, man.
I like how you make it go back in time to like show them like we should do better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Because we're destroying ourselves later on.
Yeah, for sure.
What's one of your favorite artists?
Shoot, one of my favorite artists, man. Let me think on that. One of my favorite artists now. You feel me? I think one of my favorite artists, man, if I could throw a name out there, you know, Eshawn Burgundy's one of the brothers that I rocked with.
What type of music was you raised on?
The type of music I was raised on, you probably be shocked by this, you feel me? I was raised on actually the music that, you know, a lot of people listen to, like Lil Wayne and, you know, Young Jeezy, you know. I was raised on those type of rappers, but then I
banging that in the MP3?
Yeah, I used to bang that. I used to bang that possibly on the MP3 and possibly on the other little things that I used to have, MP3s or some CDs, you know, sometimes. But I had one day I turned on like this Christian, you know, channel and stuff like that, and they had a music countdown that was Christian music, and so I started to kind of listen to them and like hear their little side of things and stuff. But it kind of just opened my world to like knowing that like there's just, you know, there's Christian rappers out there, you know. But what I learned from both of them was that I started to kind of learn how like there were Christian rappers of different kinds. You feel me? Because there wasn't just Christian rappers who rapped about God and the Bible and stuff. There was ones that rapped about like things that were tangible, you know, like life things.
You know, I'm still banging the same music I've been raised on, but I also was raised on like R&B, you know, soul. Really, Temptations would put me into wanting to make music, because singing those songs like David Ruffin and Eddie and, you know, all the other members, it made me want to actually sing, but I know I couldn't sing, so rapping was the thing. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Rapping at the time was the thing. Lil Wayne was hot.
Yeah.
Hot boys.
For sure.
I appreciate you, man, coming through for the
Yeah,
pod, man.
no
Make
problem,
sure you come back, man.
No problem, man.
Make this a monthly thing or a weekly thing or something, man.
Indefinitely, man. And
I would like doing podcasts by myself, man.
Indefinitely,
you know?
man. And I'm gonna indefinitely incorporate a podcast for this brother. He gonna be indefinitely possibly on the YMDR podcast as well. So I hope y'all know that. Since he helped the brother out on what's the he gonna be on the YMDR podcast too as well.
Just make me a YMDR model.
We gonna get that done too. You feel me? You wanna be on that type?
I can rock hats. You feel me?
You can rock the hats. You can do that too, man. We got you in the cut.
You got any plugs, man? You where they can follow you at, man?
The plugs they can follow me at, man, is the Y. If you check out the page is the YMDR page. That's Yo Music Dedicated Records. And then my Instagram is Release the Con. So Release the Con on Twitter and Instagram. And then, you know, YMDR obviously can be on my YouTube as well. You can look at it on the YouTube and it's on there as well. And yeah.
Where they getting the merch at? Where they getting the merch?
If they can get the merch, obviously, you know, I'm doing it through a way where, you know, it's on Printify. But I have not launched the site yet. But what I will do is, when I get my money, I purchase it from Printify. So what I'll do is I purchase it from them, and once I purchase it from them, it sends to me, and I'll just send it to you. So okay. I'll just obviously distribute that and let y'all, you know, get your stuff on and get y'all some merch too. You know, it's gonna be eventually it'll turn into a merch thing where I find a website to do it. You know,
that's
but
what
for now,
I'm trying to do right now.
But for now, we gotta do it this way to kind of, you know, even the whatever, you know, to see how many people in there.
Everybody see it. They, I want it right now.
Yeah, I want it right now.
That's how we gotta do it. You know.
Yeah, we gotta kind of do it, the ghetto way a little bit.
But yeah, man. I really appreciate it, man. Just make sure you return, man. Yeah. Make sure you share this video and hit that like button. And hashtag YMDR.
Yeah.
And Chief Hine.
Yes, sir.